It's all said and done. You've reached the conclusion of Belobog's story. That's it, right? All said and done? Well, there are a fair share of things that are fairly easy to miss. Let's talk about them. After completing the first planet story, you can go back to the Goethe Hotel, or you can listen in on the other rooms. You'll hear what appears to be the same couple in each room for the most part talking or arguing. You'll recognize very familiar descriptions from the movie The Shining. After you eavesdrop on all 5 doors, you'll be greeted by 2 little girls that are just a touch unnerving, but resemble another iconic scene from the movie. When revisiting Rivet Town, you'll hear a wee girl asking for help. Upon closer inspection, you'll see that she's behind a window and asking for her sister. You'll hear out her plight and let her know you'll do what you can. Going to this corner of the map, you'll find a warp trotter that will drop a dirty ribbon tied to a bell. Taking it back to the little girl, she'll become distraught at the presumed outcome of her sister. She seems to leave, and all that's left is a music box that you can pick up. If you check back to where the warp trotter was, you'll see an anxious woman asking if you've seen her little sister. She describes her by her telltale ribbon with a bell. You can show her the music box. The woman will recognize it as her family's music box, which throws her into grief. She then dissolves into the fragmentum, as she was only an echo. This quest mimics that of the little girl from Bloodborne, where similar events transpire with a very similar ending. What is most painful of all is that the warp trotter mimics the pig creature that ends the little girl's life while trying to reach a safe haven that you told her to go to. At least you get good morale for it. Siblings like to mimic each other. It's just what they do. Everyone's heard Serval's little tune and snap when she's idle.
Dun, 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 dun.
And so is Jafard.
Na 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 na.
I'm sure you've seen all those posters hanging around town, especially in the game's pre-release trailers. You're actually able to take them down. It's clear there are 2 artists for these posters. Once you collect them all, you get a fun little icon for your trouble. You then can talk to Pella and Japard about them. You find out that Pella drew the very suave ones, and Japard drew the creative ones. He's proud enough of them, so who are we to judge? Inside the Gerda Grand Hotel, you can leave a review about your stay. The interesting thing you can overlook is the alias you can use, one being Heisenberg. Either a reference to the German physicist, or Walter White from Breaking Bad, who was also referencing the German physicist. So, you've gathered a few of those high morales, right? You want to actually use them. They function as the main character's justification for a wrong for a right. You can go over to this fountain here in the overworld and take coins in broad daylight. I only got solid water, so I guess that's what I deserve. You can also go down here and open a suitcase that has a ticking noise. It's a watch that belongs to Wallace, the rich guy that has no social skills, and apparently stingy on rewards. Going back to Boulder Town, you can visit the fight ring and listen to some people talking about Don Heng. They miss seeing him in the ring, and the main character is intrusive enough to say they have connections to him. After a text or 2 to Don Heng, you have 2 choices. Give them a photo for free, scoring you another morale, or do this. I know it's not a lot of credits, but it's credits I didn't have before. Behind the Golden Theater in the overworld, there's a guy by this trash can. The trash can is really nice, but the guy is a bit odd. Talking to him will reveal there's some kind of back alley skinwalker situation going on. Each time he seems to get progressively more paranoid and worse until it's clearly not him anymore. Thank goodness for the gate. Pella has ruler leggings. That is all, just found it odd. If you talk to this guy, he sells a whole bunch of items, but one that stands out is this language mod. Even the guy selling it's thankful that it's out of his hands. Don't fret, it's actually useful-ish. It's useful enough. Taking this down to Boulder Town, you can give it to this lady whose robot's down on its luck. She's thankful, but wants more work done on it due to tech stuff. Hey, that's at least a few stellar jades in your pocket. If you teleport here and start breaking things, as you do, a guard will confront you about it. I may have been a bit blunt, which caused the fight to start. However, there does appear to be a different route you can take if you gaslight him into thinking you're doing a good thing. Or beat him up. I'm sure there are a few other little references and secrets I didn't find, but I hope you left with something new. And thanks again to everyone who's watching from Techtone's video and Techtone himself. Take care.